Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw Aqualad from Teen Titans Go. So I'm going to have the character in a standing position facing in a 3/4 in that direction there. So we're going to start at the top of the head with the eyes. So we're going to draw one eye on the left here. Starting on the outside, we're going to do a slight curve to the inside of the eye. Just like this. We're going to connect those 2 points with a curve coming down, but we're going to square off the corners. So coming down, flattening off on the bottom, and then coming back up to the top. Over here on the bottom, we're going to draw a curve for the highlight, and we'll color everything in black. Let's go ahead and draw the same thing on the right eye. So we're going to leave a little gap here. We're going to just do the eyes in a slight angle. So starting in the inside, curving up towards the outside of the eye, and then again squaring off the bottom, and then back up to the top. We'll draw that little highlight on the bottom here, this little curve, and color everything else in black. Here, let's draw in the nose. So in between the eyes, we're going to draw the nose quite high. So here we're going to draw an angled line, and we're just going to curve the bottom of the nose inwards. Let's go to the top edge of the mouth. So from here on the left, we're going to curve over towards the right, just underneath the nose. And now we're going to connect those 2 points with a curve coming down. Again, similar to the eyes, we're going to flatten out the bottom. So we're going to come straight down, and then we're going to flatten out the bottom, and then curve up to the right side. On the right side here, we're going to draw a straight line coming down, and we're going to color the right side here in black. In the middle, we're going to split the teeth. We're going to draw a straight line going across. Okay, from here, let's draw in some eyebrows. So this eyebrow here, we're going to raise it up. We're going to lower this one here. So over here on top of the left eye, just draw a curve up and down. We're going to thicken up the center, and then taper off the ends, so it's a little thick in the middle here, and we'll color that in black. On the right side, we're going to draw the eyebrow lowered. So we're going to start on the inside here and just curve just to the outside of the eye here. From this point, before I color in and thicken up the eyebrow, I want to draw in the profile of the face. So he has actually like a really long chin. So I'm going to drop the chin down to about here. From this edge of the eyebrow, I'm going to curve around the eye and just come down to the point in the chin, just like that. Now from here, I'm going to take this point here with the eyebrow and thicken it up as I get to the outside. I'm just going to square it off and color that in black. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. We're going to come up towards the jaw here. So curving up to about mouth level towards the back of the jaw. We're going to go straight up. Now this is right underneath the earlobe, so we're going to draw in the ears. And the ear looks almost like a diamond shape. From here we're going to curve to the bottom. Now we're going to curve up towards the outside edge of the ear. Curve up, and then we'll curve down, leaving a gap and space in between here. Now from this point, we're just going to curve up just around the eyebrow area like this. We'll curve in the opposite direction, going back. And then at this point, we're going to curve down towards the widow's peak, just going over the eyebrow. It's like that. From here, we're just going to angle up to about here, because we're going to slope the forehead. So we're going to do an intersecting line coming up this way into the eyebrow, like that. From here, let's draw on the top of the head. So the back of the head is going to come right above the top of the ear here. So we just want to flatten out the top of the hair like that. From this point, we'll go right down into that ear. Now he's got some stripes or little lines in the hair because we're going to color the hair in black. So we're just going to do some lines here. So down the bottom here, he's got 3 lines along the side. So we're going to draw a line across like that. We'll color the bottom part in black. Now just above, we're just going to draw a line. We're just going to thicken that up. Because we're going to go ahead and draw another line on top of that. And then we'll thicken that up as well. Because we're going to color these lines in a different color afterwards. We'll draw another line. Now from here, he's got 3 lines that sort of curve with that contour of the face. So up here, we'll start with the outside first. Draw a line like this, curving, and we'll color the area in between black. And here we're just going to thicken this up, so we've got a little strip. We're going to thicken this line, the black, to about the center of his widow's peak. And we'll thicken that up again. And then we're just going to thicken the black area up. And we'll do one more stripe and color the outside in black. Okay, so we've got the head. Let's get into the neck and shoulders. So the neck drops down towards the shoulders. The shoulder is going to be angled this way. So starting on the back side of the neck here. We're going to come down straight, and then we're just going to taper out the neck. So it kind of goes wider as it gets towards the shoulders. Now we just want to draw a curve that connects the neck on both sides. So starting on the left here, just curve into the neck, and then we'll continue that curve on the right side. Now we can go ahead and draw in his mullet, so the hair that comes down behind the head. So under this earlobe, we're going to curve out. From this point, we're going to curve back in, so it's tapering in, and we'll curve back out just behind the shoulders. We're going to go ahead and color all this area in black. Okay, so let's go back to the shoulders. We're going to drop the shoulders in towards the arms. So we're just going to round out and come inwards on both sides. And then from here, we're going to have the arms on the hips. So we're going to start off with the upper arm first. So starting here, we're going to curve out towards the elbow. And on this side, we're going to curve out towards the elbow. Now, we're going to have to draw in the sides of the body before we get into the rest of the arms. So on either side here, we're going to leave a gap. We're going to continue this curve down towards the rib cage. So right here, I'm going to draw a point, and on the inside right side, we're going to draw a point. We're going to connect those 2 points with a curve, but I'm going to leave a big gap for the waistline. So curving down, and then curving down. Now from here, I'm going to draw 2 lines coming straight down the legs, because these are long lines that come from the ribs down to the ankles. I'm going to draw the ankles down to about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a curve from this point in the ribs, and come straight down, and then start to curve over towards the left. From here, I'm going to curve out and down, so coming straight down and curving slightly to the left as well. So the body's sort of curved this way. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now. Let's get back up to the upper body. I'm going to draw the little lightning bolt detail on the upper chest area. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start with a point in the center, in between the shoulders. From here, I'm going to draw a straight line going out to the left and to the right, almost like a V. I'm going to come in with 2 straight lines coming down, and then I'll just tuck these in underneath the shoulders. We're going to thicken this up, so we're just going to trace along the bottom edge. This nice little detail on the top there. Okay, now we can go ahead and draw the arms coming into the hips. So on either side, I'm going to go from the elbows and come to the bottom part of the hand. On the right side, I will do the same, coming in like this. Now we're going to have to draw the bottom part of the hand, this part right here. So I'm going to draw an angled line on both sides coming in, and I'm just going to square off and sort of round out the bottom part of the hand here. From here, let's draw in the upper arm. So from this point, I'm just going to draw a straight line coming into the forearms. Straight in like this. Now from here, I'm going to curve in towards the wrist, so the wrist gets a little bit narrower, like this, to the same point as the bottom of the wrist here. So just curve in like that. And then from this point, I'm going to go straight up. On the right, we'll go straight up. Now we're going to draw on the thumb. The thumb gets tucked in behind the finger. So from here, I'm going to go across towards the body, and I'll come down. From here, I'm just going to intersect a diagonal line, and then from that point, I'm just going to go right into the hip. Up here, we're going to draw a little wave. Kind of looks like a 3 for the knuckles. From this side on the right, we're going to go across. We're basically doing the mirror version. So we're going to come down, let's draw that angled line, and then from that same point, we'll go right into the hip, and we're going to draw this reversed, just like that. Let's draw the lightning bolt detail on the forearms. So from here on the outside of the arm, I'll go straight across, up at an angle, and straight across. We're just going to thicken this up just like we did with the chest detail, across like that. Do the same thing on this side. Starting up here, go across, down at an angle, and then across, and then we're just going to thicken that up just like that. Okay, now from this point, I'm going to draw in a rib cage detail. So between these 2 points in the ribs, I'm going to imagine a curve going across, connecting them, but I'm not going to connect them actually. I'm just going to leave a little gap on either end and just draw a curve like that. Now from here, I'm just going to draw from the middle a little line coming down to indicate some abdominal muscles. I'm going to draw some scales, just some very simple scales on both sides. So on the left side here, I'm just going to draw a U shape, and then underneath this, I'm going to draw like a curvy W, just touching that bottom edge there. On this side, we're going to do the reverse. I'm going to draw the W on top first, and then the U just tucked underneath, just like that. Okay, that's a very simple scale detail. Let's get down to the lower part of the body. So down here, I'm going to draw another sort of lightning bolt detail in the hips. So on this left side here, I'm going to come down at an angle, and go across, down in the middle, and then I'm going to flip it over on the other side. So going up, across, and out towards the hip, and then again, we're going to thicken this up all the way across like this. Now we're going to drop down here, and we're going to draw in the separation for the legs. So on the lower torso, go across, sort of in a slight angle. I want the legs to be quite thin. So from these points, I'm going to come straight down towards the heels, which I'll put right about here. So coming down in an angle, straight angle, and then on the right we'll come down in a straight angle, right down to the heels. From here we're going to draw the span for the bottom of the foot. So from here in the heel on the left, we'll curve to the front toe. Do the same thing on the right side, just to balance this out. And then simply from these 2 points in the toes, we're going to curve right up to the ankle, like that. Do the same thing on the right side. And then we're going to draw the sole, so it's going to get thicker at the front and then get thinner at the back. So just tracing the bottom of the foot, kind of like this. And then on the right side, do the same thing. And then a small minor lightning bolt detail, just like we did with the arms, on the legs. So coming down at an angle, across, and then down. And we'll just trace this out along the bottom. We're going to do the mirrored version of this. So we're going to go start from the top now, coming across, down, and then across. We'll thicken that up. And that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Aqualad from Teen Titans Go. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give us a like and make sure you check out our Teen Titans Go playlist. I have a ton of characters in there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.